A big update in a News 4 Jax I-Team investigation involving car meetups around the city like this one, caught on camera. Today, the Highway Patrol announced more than 150 arrests, warnings, and other charges relating to street racing and stunt driving just this past weekend alone. Jacksonville police also released new numbers on what's been done since a crackdown on these meetups began a few weeks ago.
This follows a chaotic scene over the weekend in northwest Jacksonville. Police and state troopers raided a meetup in front of the Rose's Discount Store on Lem Turner Road. News 4 Jax I-Team investigator Scott Johnson is there. He's joining us live. Scott, you've been covering this, what many people call a nuisance, even a dangerous nuisance, since last year.
Tom, it seems nonstop. This is the time we're seeing police respond in force. So they were surrounding this whole area here, this whole parking lot filled with these street racers. Then police show up in force and everyone starts trying to get to an exit over there. The exit right up here, trying to escape, but many did not. Hundreds of citations written, multiple arrests, cars seized. JSO has responded. JSO and the Florida Highway Patrol are trying to get a handle on this citywide problem. The agencies aren't mincing words, calling drivers' behaviors hazardous, dangerous, and destructive. By the numbers, Florida Highway Patrol says troopers have recently issued 157 arrests, warnings, and other civil and criminal charges related to racing. JSO released a detailed breakdown, 11 arrests, multiple notices to appear in court, 10 vehicles impounded, and more than 200 traffic citations written. They also seized 3 firearms, along with various illegal drugs, such as LSD and heroin. Now the question is whether the police action curbs this issue. I spoke with Belkis Plata, a local defense lawyer, who says that will really come down to the state attorney's office on whether these arrests and notices to appear end up as slaps on the wrist legally, or the agency wants to make a statement.
Does this just continue to be a misdemeanor issue, or can they find ways to make this stick if they're really trying to send a message?
So it's really going to depend on the actual acts. I think for the most part, most of these people are being charged with either reckless driving or racing on a highway. And sometimes it's a little difficult for the police because they arrive after the fact.
The car group 904 Bandits has been one of the public faces of this issue. The club releasing a statement on social media that reads, in part, along with ticketing everyone for racing on a highway when we was just in a parking lot, not even close to highway, they ticketed everyone in the lot, adding, we gonna fight it. Plata says another way police could target this is all the advertising all these takeovers have on social media.
So a person who facilitates this, who participates, who maybe makes some money off of these events is just as guilty as the people who are driving the cars. So the prosecutors can definitely go after those hosts as well.
As far as video evidence on social media, police have to follow certain procedures on how they obtain it, unless it's streamed live. Then Plata says it's in the public domain and police can use it to prosecute. This is a big uptake in police activity. So a few weeks ago, I was doing one of my I-Team investigations on this. We noted that JSO had only really written 11 citations at that point in 2022 for street racing type things. Now, here in the last few weeks, hundreds of citations, multiple arrests, cars impounded. You can see the response from police. I also just talked to a city leader who tells me he was along for the ride. They were tracking these people all over town, different parts of the city. Finally nailed them here. We're live in Northwest Jacksonville. Scott Johnson, Channel 4, the local station.